Okay, all right. You guys ready to start this?
Hold on, I gotta get on my robot face. And acting.
We'll start in 5, 4, 3. Hello and welcome back to the Rise of the Rune Lords. I am your friendly neighborhood DM Clinton, and we are here with the Warriors of Light underneath Jorgenfist. Have Sabrina playing Harper.
Coming in clearer than ever, hopefully.
Nathan is playing Reetin.
I'm coming in pretty much the same.
Connor is playing Null.
Does anyone know what kind of batteries a Ceres takes?
And Sarah Samser is dead. Aidan will be playing a new character, of whom will be determined later.
Yes.
We are in the Wyvern Caves, where the team is standing over the dead body of Sarah Samser.
I don't get it. I keep on picking up his loot, but it just keeps on falling right through my hands.
Yeah, there are thematic reasons for this. The team decides to bury her treasure with her.
Yeah.
I assume that you just dig a hole here in the cave floor.
Yeah, but we make sure it's really balanced when we do it. It's a really big balance concern.
I am using my sword to dig into the ground, I guess. Yes.
Well, I love screwing with my DM.
For our listeners, I have decided that it is inappropriate for players to carry treasure onto their next character upon death. So, just for balance reasons.
Oh, no.
Ceres wouldn't want that.
No, she wouldn't. All right, new character for Aidan. You've tracked and you've been watching this valley of giants that has raided your village. You are a witch doctor who is scarred of the tribal ways, right? The ways of your half-orc tribe, or orc tribe.
Yes, so to get a little into the background, I was kind of an abomination, so I was born into a full orc tribe as a half-orc. Due to one of the orc raiding parties, it's how things work.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was born kind of an abomination to the tribe, so I was kind of exiled and shunned. And so due to that, I started mutilating myself and
Attracted the attention of an elder power.
of a patron that I don't quite understand, but one day there was a severe weather storm going on and lightning struck me and I did not die.
You woke up and there was a mask nearby.
Yes,
A gift from the gods?
possibly, or a curse.
Or a curse?
But across the mask and across her body are these black charred lightning patterns, indicating where she has been struck, and she will occasionally still go out and be struck by lightning
Oh my.
to reflect upon her patron and reflect upon why she is who she is.
Patron of the storms?
Yes.
Okay. So you, even though on the outskirts of your village, you still were feeling some sort of kinship to it. Until the fateful day recently, a giant raiding party came into the village and just decimated it, taking all of their aurochs and cattle and sheep, their boars, took off with it, killing nearly everyone and scattering the rest. And so, you being an experienced witch doctor, you decided to take upon yourself to exact revenge, even though you felt more of an attachment to your village than, because it's the only village you've ever known.
Yes.
The village, even though they were not very nice to you, you still had some loyalty to them. You being a patron of the storms, you are very stormy and passionate yourself.
Yes.
So you track them down to the Valley of the Black Tower, and you know this to be a very taboo place. Even the orcs shunned it, for this Black Tower was rumored to have fell powers underneath it. It is a very ancient tower. It's always been here, always will be, kind of thing. So you were scoping out the fortress, and you noticed a party of adventurers sneaking about in the darkness. You saw them enter the cave of the Red Dragon. You knew you could never defeat this Red Dragon by yourself, because you've been watching them for a few weeks now. And when they came out unscathed, you were quite impressed. You thought, maybe these adventures you could join. Maybe they could help you. If they'll accept you. You're not used to that.
Yes.
So when they finally flew around, you saw, they do have magical might. And they flew into the Wyvern caves. And you're like, oh, well, maybe they need your help. So at this moment, you fly up. I assume you can fly.
Yes, I do have the fly hex.
Okay, so you fly up using one of your hexes to this ledge, and you arrive. Give us just a base description of what you might look like.
So this very stocky yet very tall, green-skinned creature flies up and lands on the outer ledge. It's clearly female form, but face is covered by this brown and black wooden mask, covered in burns and lightning scarring.
The mask has cloud and black lightning bolt motif on it.
Yes. And along her body and her chest is a corset fastened with laces, buckles, and buttons and reinforced with ribs of leather and bone. And she has a satchel slung across her side with various scroll cases, potions, and whatnot hanging from her belt, including rods as well, and a dagger upon her hip.
All right, well, team, you see this figure appear at the edge of the cave, not less than 50 feet from you.
Roll for initiative.
Okay, roll for initiative.
No, I won't. I won't attack the new.
Oh, what? Oh.
You just brought up the initiative order, so I'm terrified.
You have to. No, I'm just
No, I'm not going to try to murder another one of Sarah's characters.
But this is an orc.
All right, I got initiative 13.
Me too. I got initiative 13 as well.
You stare at each other at exactly the same time.
I'm busy digging, so...
We haven't examined what the team looks like either. Reetin, would you describe what your character looks like to this new party member?
I'm a bald dwarf. Well, wait a minute. I'm not. I am a bugbear standing 8 feet tall and 400 pounds. And next to me is a tiny little halfling.
Standing about 3.5 feet tall.
And then a robot who's about the same size, right?
I'm actually 3 foot exact.
Yeah, so we're a pretty normal group of adventurers, I would say. And I'm singing a song about burying my friend.
Well, Harper, would you mind describing your character?
I'm short and stout and fiery red hair.
She's playing a sorrowful dirge.
Yes, we're sad.
We're sad. As she smiles and giggles at you.
No. No, she would be very sad because Harper remembers that Saris was the one who actually freed her from her captivity.
Oh, so long ago.
Yes.
All right. What kind of equipment is she wearing? Like arms and armor and weapons?
She would be having a leather armor.
Finely crafted, of course.
Yes. Masterwork. Flute would be clearly visible. Most other things would be in her pack other than her wands that are loaded at her wrist.
Right, but those are hidden underneath your jacket.
And then the goggles.
Right, goggles on her face. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Null, would you mind describing your character?
Standing at the end of the group of us three is tiny little 3 foot guy wearing a full suit of full plate. So that's the gauntlets, the leather boots, visored helmet, a thick layer of leather padding underneath. But it looks like it was individually fitted for somebody who doesn't have proper proportions. Like maybe if there's a super tight corset under there or something like that, that doesn't look right. A little further analysis, you'll notice that where you'd expect to see like the flesh of the wrist, there's instead wood. I suppose I can make you do like a knowledge arcana roll, but with little deliberation you find out that I'm a Warwood, which is a construct race. Sort of like the Warforged from 3.5, but a little tinier. Other equipment, I'm wearing, it's kind of like the bastard sword version of the rapier. It's called an Estek. And as per tradition / mandatory, I'm wearing a large red hat with a white feather sticking out of it. I tried to take it off and it just showed right back up.
Well, thank you. All right. The team had just put the finishing touches on burying one of their comrades here. And you also see 3 wyverns of very large size slain on the ground. Well, how do you introduce yourself? Your character's name is Tavaza Karzal?
Yes. Tev is the nickname.
Okay. So how do you introduce yourself, Tev?
Where is the fourth?
Down in the hole. Wait, who are you?
These aren't your wyverns, were they?
No. I have been monitoring hunting. Was planning on eventually moving. But you beat me to it, both taking out the dragon and these. Although it doesn't seem like you were able to get away as well as with the dragon, surprisingly enough.
I mean, I'm fine. Reetin looks fine, Harper looks fine.
Unbury the fourth.
What? I literally just buried her.
Yes, but there is no reason for her to die today.
Why do we get a bunch of uppity half-orcs when I have to bury stuff?
This one doesn't look like the other orc.
Okay, I'll start unburying the person. Good thing it was a shallow grave, I guess.
All right, you spend a few minutes and...
Here's the Ceres, and I'll throw her body towards the new person.
Unceremoniously, she flops down. Thump.
While he is unburying her, I would be pulling out various oils from my pouch and starting to prep the spell casting. Once the body is laid in front of me, I will continue coating the body and the surrounding areas myself and performing the ritual of reincarnate.
Reincarnate, wow, okay.
I remember this.
Oh boy.
So it brings the character back at 2 negative levels, and I roll a percentage D100.
Yeah,
Bugbear.
that's what I'm hoping for.
Yep, that is a 15, which is an elf.
Perfect.
Interesting.
Her body fades away, and in her place is newly formed
Well, wait. Does Ceres want to be reincarnated?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so she loses a level,
2.
gains 2 negative levels,
Yes.
and, well, she's coughs out the dirt out of her mouth as a newly formed elf.
Well,
And I'll turn to Tev and I'll say, see, we all made it out all right.
yes. Yeah, I guess you're right. My dear, how are you feeling? Well, last time I take on multiple wyverns. Thanks for the assistance, guys.
Welcome.
And as she's, scratching her face and, feeling horrible, she'll look at her skin, realize it's not the pale gray blue that it once was, and start slowly examining her body.
No more horns.
Yeah, no more horns.
Did she have hooves?
I don't think so.
But her eyes are now black.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to point 2 fingers to myself and be like, it could have been worse.
Well, I guess you have a point. Thank you, stranger.
Hey, stranger, we haven't got your name. What's your name?
My name is Tev. Tavaza Karzal, but it is a course name, so you just call me Tev.
I'm Reetin. The little one with the red hair is Harper, and the little one with the wooden body like Pinocchio is Null.
Well, I suggest that this one stays here for a while. Do you have any way of escaping here? You aren't going to be fit for combat for any time soon. If you can escape, then make it back to a safe place and wait for your party to finish up here and return. Or give warning to the rest of the country.
You could go back to Fort Rannoch, hang out with your sister.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea.
If you need a place for R&R, a literal fort's probably not the worst.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Yeah, I'm really not feeling well. I'm gonna rest here for a while and then
The home of forgotten adventurers.
probably the next night I'll sneak out. Sarah will look at her feet, and does she still have the slippers on?
She should.
Okay.
Yes, she should.
I remember Noel talking about it last week.
No, I didn't actually take anything of yours.
Sarah will drag herself to like kind of the side area of the cave, lean up against the wall, and just kind of take a rest.
You'll be safe here.
If the rest of the party needs to, like, rest or anything tonight, maybe we could come back here and check up on you too.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. I'm gonna try and leave before daybreak though.
Alright.
Good luck to you all.
If I don't see you again, it's good fighting with you.
Likewise.
Bye.
And so, with that, Eris leaves the party.
Oh wait, I forgot one thing. And I give you back your bag of holding. Oh no, you didn't have a bag of holding. You had
Handy
a
knapsack.
handy. Yeah, I give you that back. And I look very sad as my encumbrance goes back to medium.
Well, if you need a place to hold extra things, I have a bag as well.
Oh, hold on. I have a solution that Clinton would be very happy with. Could I buy that from you?
There you go. I do like that.
I guess. Sure.
I'll pay 100% value. I just don't know what that is. I'll look it up.
2,500. I'm saying slowly as I'm actually looking. 2,000 actually.
Say hello to light encumbrance. No.
Nice.
Cool. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Man, miss.
Beep boop. It's hard for me to tell sometimes.
Right. Biological's being biological.
I mean, this one was just a goddamn tiefling a second ago, and now it's a flower eater, so I don't know what's real and what's fake anymore. You biological, as soon as I think I got you figured.
Right. Okay, so I think the team needs to talk to this new team member to see what abilities she has and how she can fit into the rest of the team and vice versa.
I rolled a spellcraft. What is the deal with that mask?
Ah, the mask. Well, did you cast Detect Magic?
I could and would.
Okay. Detect Magic denotes that it's magical, yes?
Yes, it is.
Okay, magical. What caster level are you?
10th.
So it is moderately magical.
Right.
Has, what sort of spell auras would it have on it?
It would have the same aura as a familiar, whatever that is.
No. It has magical effects. Remember, it kind of has like the bonded magical. Yeah. I'm sure you did already.
I didn't. I actually couldn't find many
Oh, okay.
that were either reasonably priced or within your confines of 2012 or older.
Right.
And so the ones that were like 20,000 gold, I think was probably the most interesting, best one, which that was the Cackling Skull, I think, which gave it like Touch of Death.
Yes, that's a pretty good one.
Yes, but 20,000 gold wasn't worth it.
Even your price at half?
Do you have a point there?
Remember, you're building it as if you're creating it, not off the shelf.
Yes, I'm aware. I'll have to double check, but even then, like the amount of wealth I actually have left over really isn't that much.
Right, it wouldn't be. Okay, so what did you end up with? You have for armor or anything? None, because you don't. Which is
correct.
So any kind of magical robes that you wear or anything like that?
Yes. So I have a core set on that detects as moderate abjuration. I have 2 rods. One is just a strong aura, no specific school. The other is strong abjuration. The handy haversack is moderate conjuration. A headband as moderate transmutation. And then a wand of faint conjuration. I don't think potions detect.
Yeah, they do.
Magical.
Absolutely.
Well, they do.
Yep.
Okay. Well, look, as I said, I haven't had actually enough time to come up with all the potions, but it's going to be a lot of cure moderate and cure serious potions. Yeah, those are conjuration. I would have at least a couple transmutation and actually a couple necromancy as well.
Interesting. All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you. What kind of weapon are you wielding?
I am wielding a masterwork dagger.
A dagger. Okay. Non-magical masterwork dagger. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. That gives you the information you're looking for, Null?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe as he's finishing the ritual, I'll turn to him and say, You're very equipped for being a solo adventurer. Did you have a party that you're traveling with, or are you just surviving it on your own?
No, I was a part of I was an exile of a orc tribe, a couple days travel away from here. Due to their raiding and pillaging, they came across various magical items that they did not understand, and so they gifted them to me as tribute to make sure that I did not curse them.
Good setup.
Right. Gifted. Uh-huh.
I'll turn to my party and I'll be like, Do you want to party with this guy?
It's a woman.
I don't know. I mean, we're pretty picky about who we let into our party.
On the bright side, makes things less dead.
That's true.
On the less so bright side, what will be the warriors of like dim light?
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, we've had Saris, and Saris was kind of, and
I mean, all things considered, Saris wasn't that
yeah,
bad.
she's all right.
Don't let her hear me say that. Cover your ears.
But yeah, sure. If you want to join the party, you can. I mean, we need help killing things, and you look to be able to resurrect me if I die again. So,
No, not today,
Yeah.
but
you got a week. I've studied reincarnation a little bit. I wasn't always a bugbear.
really?
Yeah,
How fascinating. What were you?
I was a dwarf. Pretty handsome dwarf, if I do say so myself.
I doubt that. Dwarves are very ugly. But
It says you're the person who's wearing a mask.
fair enough. There are many reasons for that.
Oh, right, and her body is covered in scars.
Yeah.
Yes, like horribly
I
scarred.
mean, I didn't think that we
And
would
burned.
be replacing Ceres with somebody less attractive than Ceres, but
And we lose the fourth party member.
That's not the priority.
You know, I'm still here. I can hear everything you say, jackass.
hi Ceres.
It is a bugbear after all.
By the way, Ceres looks really nice now that she's an elf.
I elbow him in the ankle.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Why do people always look at me like that? We should go.
The first smart thing you've said all day.
It's probably going to be the last thing, too.
Yep.
Possibly.
All right, with that quick introduction, the team is formed once again. Now they need to decide, are they going to go to the next cave? Just up the river?
So there were swarms in there, right?
Lots of insects, yes.
Null, can you take out swarms pretty easily? I'm good at killing things, obviously.
Yeah, super easy.
Okay, cool. So, what about you, what's your name again?
Tev.
Tev.
And yes, I can handle pretty much anything.
Cool.
I get my guano ready.
And we'll go to the next cave.
All right, so by now, your spells of flight have expired. And so it'll either take a new casting, or you guys will climb up the side of the cliff.
I mean, I can climb.
I could climb.
It's 200 plus another 50 feet across. That's about right. So all told, 250 feet of climbing you'll have to do,
Okay,
unless you want to fly.
I mean, I can climb.
I can climb. What about you, Harper? Would you have a problem climbing up there?
I have some decent points in climbing.
Maybe we should cast Fly on Harper, and then we can climb up.
At that, I will pop one of the potions and hand it to the halfling.
Which is what?
It is a potion to fly.
Okay. So this new half-orc in tribal gear and scarred and wearing this mask reaches into her pack, pulls out some sort of rough-looking vial, not even, more like a small water skin, and hands it to you. Says, "Drink."
And then Harper went on a vision quest.
Harper kind of swirls it around, gives it a smell. She'd recognize it, right?
Drink it.
Oh, well, you can try. Yes. A quick detect magic and a spellcraft check. You can sample the container with a perception check.
I got a 34 on my spellcraft.
Okay, yeah, this is a fly, potion of fly.
Okay, then she downs it.
Solving all the problems, except for those that are going to climb, go ahead and give me climb checks. Remember, we're going to need a series of them because it is 200 feet.
Yep, I got a 24.
A 24, the DC will be 15.
Okay.
That's 1/4 of your speed.
Okay. 15.
Can you fail a DC 15 check?
I can.
You can take 10s, but you cannot take 20s.
If I take a 10, I will not fail.
Okay, perfect. So, Null, what about you? Can you take a 10?
I could also take a 10 and not fail if the DC stays 15.
All right, so just a few minutes later, you guys are all up on this cliff face at
Okay.
the entrance to this cave. And I'll just describe it once again. The cave crawls. Countless bloated, many-legged insects trample one another as they carpet the floor and climb the walls, creating a susurrus of a million clicking bug legs. The deepest part of the cave seems to be unnaturally thick with darkness and fallen webs. What do you do?
Hey, Null, want us to do some fireballs?
Not preemptively.
Oh, okay.
Seems like a waste of guano. You know how hard it is to get all this guano?
No, I don't. I have not looked into it. Who wants to go? Warwick, the Warwick. Null, why don't you go in first and explore the area?
Because I might die in one hit, but I will. Fine, I go ahead.
You have more AC than I have. I will move right behind Null.
I would like you... I'm going to roll some perception checks for you.
Oh.
What does I perceive?
Okay. So as you move in, Null and Tev notice there are unnaturally large multi-legged shapes hiding in the webs. Everyone else does not. So it is now the surprise round, and everyone roll initiative.
Noel got a 17.
Tev got an 11.
It's okay, I got a 7. I don't like the name of that character, Clinton.
You don't like the name of this token?
No.
Do I need to roll a knowledge nature before I'm terrified?
Yes. Okay, so Null and Tev, if you have knowledge religion, you may roll.
No.
That's an exciting one.
Oh, crap. Alright. I got a 9.
Yeah, that's a failure. Okay.
I don't actually have religion on my list. That's not me.
All right. Well, these creatures, you don't know what they are. All right. Null, you're first with a 17.
Free action, I'll turn to the bugbear and say, think I found your bugs. And then standard action, I'm going to use that back one I got in my hand. Do any of these guys have spell resistance?
Yes, they do not apparently have any spell resistance.
Could I have however many reflex rolls is appropriate for that space?
3 of them. That's a 20-foot radius burst.
Yeah.
Boom. Burning up the webs, blasting them. Reflex saves. They will be caught flat-footed.
Nice.
12, 16, and 8.
Wow, they suck.
All fail.
Yes.
So that's going to be 33 points of fire damage.
All right.
Prize round over.
The Deathwebs, they're called.
Yeah, I don't like the name.
Deathweb number 1. Okay, now that this fireball's off the map here. With a 15, moves forward 30 feet. Let's just double check its speed. Base 30. Okay. So it can't charge. I think it'll wait, actually, for this other one to move. Yeah, this one can charge right into Null.
But it would have to squeeze to get into those squares there, wouldn't it?
No, that's more than 10 feet wide. That's close enough.
Okay.
All right. It will charge, getting a +2 to its bite attack. AC 18. Misses horribly. The other web that waited steps forward, makes it's only surprise round, right?
Correct.
So
Yeah.
let's go there and move there. It looks like it's revving something up. Okay, Tev, you're next.
Alrighty. I am going to, as a standard action, use one of my hexes.
This is a new mechanic for the party, a hex. Witches can use the supernatural ability called Hex. It does not provoke an attack of opportunity. It's a standard action to activate. And it's kind of like doing something evil. Or
No, not necessarily.
Evil Eye is a named
Yes,
such.
it is named such.
It's not necessarily an evil act. It's just an evil effect.
Yes. Actually, I'm going to wait because big spider's at 35 feet and I need 30 feet.
Right. I should show you.
Let's just leave them as black shapes, Clinton, please? Thank you.
All right, I'll wait until the end of the round and then I'll show you.
Metagaming, the player doesn't like the spiders.
Yes, I personally do not like spiders.
They're so cute.
I'm sorry, no, they are not cute.
Oh, look at that. That's cute.
Fuck. I did not need to see that, Clinton.
It's got all
Thank
those
you.
arms to
They're
give you
adorable.
great back hug pats with.
No.
Yes. And these are the size of a horse. The animated husk of an enormous spider seems filled with thousands of living spiders that fall from its body like drops of blood.
No. I feel sick.
Damn it, Clinton. Well, okay, I'm saying damn it for multiple reasons. Well, one of them is one of the spells I had originally taken. Actually, it is from the Adventurer's Guide, which is 2017. Sorry.
So, Tev, you're delaying?
No, I actually do have a spell. So I am the wave of the hand, the mask kind of flashes, and a 5-foot burst of cold is going to emanate from the back of the spider.
So this corner?
Yes.
Affecting 2 spiders?
Yes, Frostfall. It is a 5-foot radius burst.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a DC 19 Fortitude partial. So the area of this spell is covered in chilling frost, dealing 2d6 points of cold damage to all creatures within it. Creatures that are initially damaged by the spell must succeed at a Fortitude save or become staggered.
Okay, both fail. One with a 6 and one with a 13.
Okay. And then any creature that starts when it's my turn in the spell's area takes another d6 cold damage.
Are they slowed?
No, they are not.
Okay, roll your 2d6.
7 points of cold.
Okay.
And it lasts for 5 rounds.
Stagger's pretty good, by the way.
Yes, it is.
All right, Tev, you're done?
Yep.
The last death web moves forward, and that's all it can do. Reetin, you're surprised. Harper's surprised. Round 1. Everyone has full actions. Null, you're first. You're in base-to-base combat with a death web. This horrible, horrible thing.
Full action, full round attack.
All right.
Does a 19 pierce its buggy hide?
Exactly.
For a minimum of 3 points of damage.
3 points.
Piercing and magic for what it's... And then the second attack will hit with a 24 for 6 points of damage.
6 more.
Turn over.
Okay. You're doing minor bits. Bugs fly out of it as you're breaking its hard chitinous shell. A horrible looking thing.
I'm sure if I could be disgusted, I would.
You were within the area of effect of, it's kind of almost like a cloud or surrounding the death web up to 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Any creature within the infestation takes 1d6 points of damage at the end of each round it remained in the area. Since you said you're done and did a full round attack, you are subject to this damage. It is straight damage. No attack roll necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Like swarms.
I know how swarms work.
Yeah. Well,
don't you quote scripture to me. I was there when they were written.
Oh, I'm totally going to do that, Moses. And then that creature must make a DC 17 fortitude save or be nauseated for 1 round.
Nope.
You are immune to fortitude saves?
I'm immune to being nauseated.
Oh, okay.
Because he's a robot.
I'm a robot.
And are you immune to poison?
Yes.
You are. Okay. Roger that.
Lasting construct.
Okay. And you are done. The death web, okay. I guess a 5-foot step just to move closer a little bit. And does a full round attack against Null.
Can't do it.
Why not?
It's staggered.
Can't
it's
do it.
staggered, right.
It's staggered.
Thank you.
Yeah, a staggered creature can take a single move action or standard action each round.
How about a 5-foot step?
It says that they can make free, swift, and immediate actions, but it doesn't say anything about...
It will attempt a vital strike bite against Null.
Okay.
AC 34.
Yeah.
So 18 plus the extra damage for vital strike is 12, so that's 30 points of damage. But you're immune to poison, so there's no effect there. And it says here your immunity to disease, death effects, necromancy effects, paralysis, poison, sleep effects, and stunning. Wow, weirwoods. Constructs.
The DM just did a knowledge engineering roll to find out about Null's character type.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for reminding me. I apparently wasn't born with scripture. All right, so that death web is finished. This death web, just behind it, does a web effect. So as one of its special attacks, it's a ranged attack and will attempt to web Reetin into place. However, Reetin has cover. So we'll see if it's successful.
Okay.
AC 26. Wow, I rolled really high.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, you are hit with a web.
Do I get a save?
The web, yeah, there's a save. The save is DC 15.
What?
Reflex save to negate.
Well, good luck me. 20.
All right, so it struck you, but you reflexed your way out of it.
Shrugged it off.
Shrugged it off. All right. Tev.
Alright, so with one hand, I draw one of the rods hanging from my...
One moment before you do that, there was a spell effect in that area that the spider didn't move out of.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Oh, okay. So what...
both spiders take another d6 cold damage.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Thank you. Another 4 points of cold. Alright, so with the left hand, grab one of the metallic rods strapped to her hip, and then in the other, reaching through her spell component pouch for a tuft of fur and a glass rod. She will point through all 3 spiders, and a lightning bolt will strike through.
Sounded familiar.
Yep.
Thank you for calling out the material components. I really enjoy that.
Yep. And that is 10d6 of electricity damage. A reflex DC 20.
Reflex DC 20.
Yeah.
You lined up perfectly for you. A 21, a 9, and a 24.
Man. Alright, so 2 saved. Alright, so those who saved take 13. The one who didn't takes 26.
Oh, man. Zap.
I rolled 5 1s.
You also rolled 3 5s. So take the good with the bad.
Ugh.
All right. That lightning went off.
And 5 foot step back.
What's the range on that lightning, by the way? Is it 60 feet?
Feet per level or something like that. Dang.
120.
Oh, 120. Wow.
Yeah, and it can melt metals with a low melting point such as lead, gold, copper, silver, and bronze. Damages objects in its path. So, depending on the material of this wall, it might have actually pierced through the wall.
Oh no, the wall itself is solid stone, so it does damage it, but yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
After that, 5-foot step back.
Zap.
Ah.
Okay. Well, you did good, and you moved. All right, we're done. The last death web also fires a web at you, Tev. You have cover.
Oh, okay.
So +4 bonus to your AC, yeah. At 27, wow. I'm rolling hot.
That does connect.
All right, roll a DC 15 reflex save to avoid being webbed. Be webbed.
Don't do it.
Be webbed.
Don't do it.
I want to web you.
Nope, 23.
Darn it. All right, you avoid. Man, you guys are tearing these guys up. I thought these would be dangerous. They're called death webs.
Well, you know what? We already lost one to the wyverns, so...
All right, Reetin.
All right, I'm going to initiate my rage. Lesser elemental is going to be electricity. Normal elemental is going to be fire. And I'm going to take a 5-foot step this way. I do not have Inspired Courage, but I do have Power Attack on. And I'm going to do a full round attack to attack this spider right in front of me. See what happens. Okay, so does a 38 hit?
With a 17 to threat, right?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
What's your confirm?
27.
Confirms.
And I rolled 2 max damage. So I'm taking the damage. I rolled 2 10s for damage, which makes it 32 times 2. So 64 points of damage.
64 points. It is utterly destroyed.
Okay.
Just completely blown apart. Nothing but bits and pieces as you hack it right down the middle. It explodes into spiders all over you.
Okay, and I can't do anything else, can I? Since I declared that as a full round attack.
Right.
Well, wait. I still have a move. I can move, can't I?
You moved 5 feet.
Okay, then I am done with my turn.
Yep. Harper.
Yep, Inspire Courage and move up 20 feet.
All right, everyone's inspired.
Yay.
Okay.
That's +2 to attack and +2 to damage, by the way.
Oh, speaking of construct things, I don't actually get that bonus.
Oh.
Oh.
Any morale
really?
bonus.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, I guess there's a way to nerf you.
Yeah. All right. Null, you're up.
Null is going to take a 5-foot step into a 4-round attack.
Okay.
Alright, so the first one is going to hit on a 30 on the dice roll for 4
Destroying
points of
it.
damage.
Only had 1 hit point left.
Oh. And then I look with angry thoughts at the last one and pass my turn.
It looks back, even more angry. All right, Dev, you're next.
Okay.
Tev, right?
Yeah, Tev.
That's what I meant to say, sorry. It was my North European accent.
Right.
I am going to... Let's see.
Standing 45 feet away.
So I'm going to move up 20 feet, and I'm going to hex this thing. I'm going to use Evil Eye.
Evil Eye, okay. Is that a fortitude save?
Will save.
Will save. Okay. A 20.
Nope. DC 23.
Okay, DC 23. Got it.
So, the target takes a -4 penalty on one of the following. My choice. AC ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws, or skill checks. It is going to be attack rolls.
Okay. Defensive by removing its offense. Got it.
Yes.
-4 to attack rolls. All right, I'll go ahead and apply that. All right, the death web, moves 10 feet. So because it moved, it'll just do a vital strike.
Ooh.
I rolled a natural 1.
Good start. Good start.
I guess I'll roll it again to see if I critically fail. I rolled a natural 20. So it just misses. Reetin.
Yeah, I'm gonna move in there. I know. Attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it hits.
AC 19. -4, which would be a 15.
Oh, hey, it misses. Holy crap. That never happens.
You're welcome. Oh.
Does a 41 hit
Yes.
with an 18 to critically threaten it?
Mm-hmm.
And does a 27 hit to confirm the
Yes.
crit? And that would be 61 points of damage?
Again, destroying it. Explosions.
Yeah, Clinton, I'm sorry, but I ain't sorry.
Nah, that's fine.
I won't even roll my elemental damage.
These are 2,400 experience points apiece, as you've destroyed 3 death webs. So 7,200?
Yep. Which means everyone gets 1,800.
Okay.
All right. In this cave, you see a huge amount of webs that have been burned away. So they're just now smoldering and smoky. The firebolt did short work of that.
Oh, fireball, right.
Mm-hmm. And you see a number of weathered skins, old bones, along with a dozen longswords, and some other weapons and some armor.
All right.
And other, like, a staff, maybe? Take some further looking back there to check it out.
Okay. Let's look.
Who's going into the webs? The burnt webs?
So I know this is a little backwards to how we normally do it, but it is possible that we could do that next time on Rise of the
Yeah?
Gods?
That's my thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I need at least a week to build up the confidence to go in there.
Reaches into her pack, pulls out some sort of rough-looking vial, not even, more like a small water skin, and hands it to you. Says, "Drink."
And then Harper went on a vision quest.
Harper kind of swirls it around, gives it a smell.
Calls the cops.
She'd recognize it, right?
Well, they're here for you, Sabrina. They're here for you.
It's okay, we'll just give it a second.